Well, 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 well. Let's see if we're up and live this morning. Just hold on a second here, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to get a code here. And just realized there's a button here I can push that cuts my camera off. Let's do a test here. Good morning, everybody. I want to see something here. Hold on. I'll get to reading everybody's comments. But what happens when I push this button? What happens when I push that button right there? Screen goes black. Okay. Should be neat if you could push that button and have an image. There probably is a way to do that. I probably just need to figure out how to do it. Doc Airline, same thing that happens when one dies. No, that's not true. No, no, no. There's no darkness. It's light. You'll see light. You will be drawn to the light by many eyewitness testimonies who have come back from the dead. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jennifer Venegas. Am I saying your name right? Jennifer Venegas? Am I missing something? Is there a, whatever they call that when things mean something? Let's get up here and say hi to everybody. Brunette or Di, good morning. TNXP Day. Yes, August the 15th. Yep, we should be hearing the, and I hope you've got your sell orders in at 77 and 88 and 88, 96, 93, 97, 98, 99, 106, 7, and 8. Okay. Now, it may not go there. We don't know. It might already be priced in. We'll just have to see. But it's an exciting day for all of us TNXP owners who bought TNXP when the price was $11. Some of us bought it as low as in the $1.77 range and $1.88. Katie Wentworth was one of them that bought in those ranges, $1.77, $1.88, $1.90. And then we had that terrible 1 for 20 reverse split. But there was a strategic reason for them getting that 1 for 20 reverse split. And they had to get this stock price up to over $10 so institutions could start buying in. So I understood it when it happened, and I knew why they did it. And I even explained that to my buddy Double K, that you all know, Double K. I said, Double K, listen, they had to do it for a strategic purpose. They had to get that stock price over $10 so they could get it in the hands of institutions for the day that they get the approval. They want institutions. So they got it. It was perfect execution by the company. Their profits, look at what their market cap has gone up in millions of dollars in market cap increasing because of a move that cost shareholders a bunch of money initially if you were short-sighted. But we're not short-sighted people here. We're long. We have a longer vision. Well, we can be short-sighted, meaning we can hold short shares of a certain stock for a short time, that's for sure. But I learned a lesson this week for sure. A valuable lesson that I will recover from. I can get knocked down, but I'm a powerful comeback individual. And so I decided to take all my money yesterday that I lost on BTAI. And speaking of that, we ought to go over and take a look at, see where that is this morning, BTAI. Now, honestly, I usually don't even look back. If I sell a stock, I don't look back at it because sometimes it can be devastating to see you sell something and then realize you got duped by a bunch of market makers. And it does happen. You know that. Some stocks will just get trenched out and then just turn around. Nope. I'm glad I sold. And again, I'm glad I was fortunate because that happened on my paper money account. Whew. Man, if I'd have been in that thing heavy on the real account, that would have been very painful. All right, let's see what's going on here. Good morning. I heard you mention my name yesterday. I watch most every day like the others. We appreciate your live stream and suggestions. Yes, I didn't just mention your name yesterday. I mentioned the fact that you had been writing me all these wonderful letters. And unfortunately, I hadn't had a chance to check my post office box, which I should check more often. And I saw your letters in there. They were dated way back when. I was like, oh my gosh, you sent this to me a long time ago. This was, well, July, the end of, looks like around the 15th of July or the 18th of July, the 31st of July. 2 letters postmarked the 31st of July, folks. And he sent them to me because he doesn't like to go with the newfangled stuff like computers and internet and emailing. He doesn't do that stuff. He's old school, folks. And the gentleman is 80 years old. Hey, Bobby, let me ask a question. Do you mind if I share everybody this success story? TNXP going nuts right now, says VC Rover, up and down. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm telling you, I would have your sell orders up there high, man. You're going to see some real crazy moves on that today for sure. Let's get over there and take a look at it. $52, 11% down. Hey, remember, guys, we bought the stock at $11. We're not going to see that number today. I can promise you. You sell right here and you walk away with a major profit. You're a 4-bagger. And you just ring the bell and go, thank you very much, Lord. That I met Catfish Tyler years ago, and he told me about this crazy stock, TNXP. And he told me that it's gone to as much higher before. And he also told me they're going to have an approval of a drug on this day. So here we are, folks, and the price is sitting at $53.41. And you probably could swing trade the crap out of this thing today. And let's go over here and let me look at this on a chart. What is going on with it this morning? TNXP. Now, we're going to look at something here. Guys, I want to show you something very important. And that is a pattern that I've discovered. I want us to take advantage of, okay? It's regarding SoFi. I'll show you in a moment. Okay, so I see TNXP. What chart am I on here? 1 day, 1 minute. Let me zoom in on this. And don't worry, we're going to talk about SoFi for sure. Looks like TNXP, they achieved a low of what? This morning at 6:07 a.m., TNXP hit 1366. 1366? What? No. I'm sorry. It hit a low. This morning it says at 7:06. $14. You see this? Look at this right here. What? How'd they swing that? How could anybody get a a buy on this stock at $14. Huh? How? There it is right there, folks. $14. Wow. I don't know, folks. That might be just a glitch. That might be just a glitch. All right, let me get over here. Oh, Brunette or Die says it right there. He's already saying it. Well, so let me scroll up here. Good morning, Brunette or Die, TNXP, got it. And I got a lot of information for you guys today. I got a lot. We got a ton of info for you, as always. And Bobby, are you still here, Bobby? Right now, are you still here? Bobby Batson, I want a question. I got to ask a question of you. If you're still here, let me know, please. JC Cruise Life. Good morning, y'all. HCTI. All right. HCTI. JC Cruise Life. But we're not going to run it. We're not going to get in on it if it's running up, folks. We aren't going to do that. Well, we might, depending on what it's looking like and how it's being hurt and jerked. Yep. JC Cruise Life was the first to say TNXP low 14 at 6:07 in the morning. Yeah. I'm seeing tiny white fairies, says Dot. UNH was up big. Berkshire took a large position. It came down hard in the pre-market after rallying over 30%. Maybe one to watch. Thank you, Doc Airline. Yeah, sounds good. All right. UNH. Goodness gracious, that is some manipulation right there. $14. How can anybody swing that? Is that just a massive pre-market buy and it just bought all of it all the way down to what the lowest sell order was on it? I'm guessing that's how they did it. They just put in a massive, instead of going dark pool or even going secondary market, they just dumped in a massive buy of 50 million shares or something and got it to that number. I have no idea how that could happen, though. I just don't. Otherwise, without doing that, I don't know how that could happen. Let me just roll back here a little bit. I want to see 7:06 in the morning, right there. Well, there it is right there, folks. Well, that was 7 a.m., just a massive at 7, but 7:01, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 7:06, and 7:07. I don't even see it on the chart. Maybe that right there, that says 7:05. This is the drop right there. It wasn't even done on a massive amount of volume. You'd expect to see a big, huge candlestick there. How does this happen? I think that's just a glitch, folks. I don't know. Doesn't seem to make any sense at all. No, especially without a big candlestick there, folks. This is TNXP we're on right now, in case you don't know. They're getting their drug approval today. We're expected from the Federal Drug Administration. So, getting back to the stock that we trade here the most, let me show you something interesting, folks. As always, I'm going to show you interesting stuff. I'm going to take you over here to a 5-day chart. And heck, okay. And now I'm going to zoom out on this thing. Or just move it over anyway. Wonder why it won't let me move it over. Huh. Oh, I remember. You got to do this at the bottom of the screen, maybe. You got to go down here and move this over. Huh. That's pretty weird. Let's zoom in on it. There we go. Okay, folks. So here's what I'm showing you. I'm showing you SoFi's 5-day chart. All right? Take a look at this. Now, I want to make sure you guys can see everything good. And I want to know also, like I said, is Bobby Batson still here? Dang, I guess he just popped in. All right, well, I was wondering. Oh, Bobby, yes, he is. He says yes. Okay, so folks, now I'm going to show you this data here in just a few minutes, in a minute or two, but I want to read you this first. I got, Bobby, is it okay to read your success story letters? Can I read how successful you've been? Can I share with all the members of the tank? Now, I'm not going to read everything at all. I just want to know if I can show everybody where you bought in and how many shares you bought so they can all see what a great investor you are. He says yes. All right, everybody. Well, let me show you how Bobby has performed in the market. And I think you will all be, well, some of you might be jealous of what he's done. But I'm going to show you right now how Bobby Batson, who sent me 3 letters in the mail, has done. And I want you to see something, folks. He sends me some very good letters that have a lot of information, okay? A lot of information. So he sits down, and this gentleman is, at this time, he says, I wish I had your knowledge. Mine was a shot in the dark, he said. But I got a gut feeling, he said. So he sold $3,295 a share. And now he's bought back because he sold at the high, bought back on the dip. And now he's got 3,510. All right? Or he did at this time that he wrote me on the 29th of July. And he says, and I got back in less than I sold for, of course. No need to answer all these things he's saying. But I want you to see something, folks. He said, I just wanted to tell you how excited I am. Day one, I bought shares Monday at $21 a share, folks. I'm reading this for you right here. And I'm going to cover up his address. He says that he bought it at $21 a share, sold at $24.23 or $24.25. Ho, 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 ho. Way to go, Bobby. Then bought back at $22.34. So I'm back in and running to me. And wow, one day I said I wanted to sell at $24.80, he said, but my Edward Jones was out of town at the time. Oh no, his broker was out of town. He couldn't get in touch with him. And then he sold at $24.25, but he's back in now at $22.34. But what a score, man. Good for you. I'm with you, man. Nice. And ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'm not kidding here. Just hold on, and I'm going to show you more from Bobby. Yeah. Yep. And Dan Boyle said, I bought it $7. Let me ask you, Dan, did you do that because of my channel? Did you stumble on this channel? And then you did? Folks, I want you to see where Bobby Batson has been buying with me over the years, okay? He's been here a long time, folks. Look at this. Purchased 5,000 at $5, bought 5,000 shares at $8, bought 5,000 at 10, bought 5,000 at 20. Wow. His dollar cost average is $12 a share. Yeah, baby. He's selling in the 23s, 24s. He's doubled his money on a lot of shares, folks. 5, 10, 15, 20,000 shares, folks. Holy crap. Down here, he also bought again. He bought again. It's just amazing, folks. Oh, I'm sorry. It says here, I'm sorry. He's saying over here dollars. So he's bought, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. Well, still $5,000 worth at 5. That's a lot of money, folks. Alexa, what is 5,000 times 5?
5,000 times 5 is 25,000.
Yeah. He's buying not 5,000 shares. He was buying 25,000 shares. $5,000 times 5. Right? Am I right? Oh, I'm sorry. No. Alexa, what is 5,000 divided by 5? Oh, that's 10, of course. Alexa, what is 5,000 divided by 5?
5,000 divided by 5 is 1,000.
All right, so he's buying 1,000 shares at a time there. He bought 1,000 shares there.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
All right, so I got it. Okay. Well, he's done very well, folks. He's done very, very well. And congratulations to you, Bobby. And thank you for sending me and tipping me for my services. And folks, we're talking cashola, baby. Sent right through the U.S. mail, cashola. And I really am grateful to you, Bobby, for that because it was quite a surprise. Man, you've done very well. And I'm very, 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 very happy for you. And ladies and gentlemen, Bobby is 80 years old. He's 80 years old, lives in Oklahoma. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that one of our fish members, he's old school. He's old school, folks. And he doesn't use the internet and email and Venmo and Cash App, but he knows how to write a very wonderful letter. And he's done very well with SoFi stock over this time period. So I'm happy for you. I thank you again for sending me this wonderful letter that you sent. It was very touching. My wife was crying while she was reading this this letter, and you can understand why, because it's very emotional when you see people that that you're helping in such a way that might be on limited income. I don't know the situation, but many people maybe they didn't save up a big nest egg, and they're living on what they get in Social Security and maybe their pension, and this is a way to supplement and to create another revenue stream. And so there you go, Bobby Batson, a success story on this channel. And I want to thank you very much, Bobby, for sending me those letters and allowing me to read everything that I just read to everyone. Bobby has 2,375 SoFi shares at $8.42 per share. Yeah, he's done well for himself, folks, and many on this channel have. And let me get on up here, make sure I'm reading everybody's input. PGEN, let me get up here just a little bit higher. I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, yep. So good morning, Kimberly Piñamacias. Buenos dias. Let me get up here and make sure I read I try to read everybody's comments here. So before the market opens, which we've got 15 minutes. And by the way, since it's 9:14 right now, can you all hit the like button at 9:14 and 48 seconds with me? Whoa, we just missed it. So let's do 9:16 and 8 seconds. And in the meantime, come on over here and let's get some love on the screen. If you wouldn't mind, please, let's get a little love on the screen. Let's oil up, let's prime the pump, folks. We've got to prime the pump to get YouTube to notice us over here, all right? So come on, let's get some love in here, and somebody show me a heart on the screen. I want to see a heart on the screen right now. There we go. Thank you very much. And we're going to hit that like button, everybody, at the same time in about 30 seconds. Then we're going to see so much love coming in here that it's might crash YouTube. We might crash the site. Folks, listen, I'm never going to be negative. You're going to hear me. I get down when I lose money, like everybody does. But I tell you what, I'm never going to be a negative soul. I'll always be here and resourceful. And here we're going to start the countdown right now. You ready, guys and gals? Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit that like button, please. And all right, so thank you, Bobby Batson, for letting me show that. I appreciate everybody hitting that like button because, again, and all the love that you're sending in on the screen, you have no idea how much it changes the YouTube algorithm and gets even more people over to the channel. And you guys have already seen this because you've seen the growth of the channel in the last 28 days, a 78% increase in viewership. So you guys are helping pull people in here into the tank. And I want to thank you. Many people tell me all the time that they tell other friends about this channel. They're letting people know about this channel. Now, and I also want you to watch how quickly the viewership rate starts to jump now that we're doing that. Watch how many viewers come into the tank here because of what we just did. You'll see the number soar up over 100, and then we might even get around 150. It's a direct effect, folks, that you guys are being a part of. So thank you. I appreciate that. Now, let me show you what I want to show you. All right, so what I'm looking at here is SoFi's 5-day chart. And I have a very good reason for doing it, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm starting to see something, and I want you to see it here. And I want to even go even further back. Let's take it out to a 10-day chart, okay? Let's take it out to 10 days. All right, and then we're going to zoom in on this, and I want you guys to pay attention because I think we're going to get a chance to see something like a pattern. I like to look for patterns. I always want to try to see patterns if I can. So I'm looking for patterns here, and I'm going to show you right now if they'll let me. I'll try to zoom in on this so I can show you something here very, very quick. All right, so this is going back 9 days ago, I guess, right here. Yep, this would be the pre-market, and then this is 10 days ago. So I'm going to turn off this light so you can see this a little bit better. Take a look at the massive drop, and then the drop, and then all day drop there, okay? Now I'm going to come over here. This is the next day. Right here, you had an opening drop. And by the way, the previous day's low was here. And that price was, well, actually, the low was 2060, it says. See that? 2060. Right at the open, 2060 low. Okay? Now, I want you to come over here and look at something here. Here's the next day. The low was 21 around, it looks like right about here, 2072. The low was 2072. Right at the open. They're attacking at the open, folks. Now come over here. The high was at the open, folks, and then they ran it down all day. But what was the low? What was the low? 2113. 2113 low. 2113, folks. It actually went down to, no, only 2130. Right here on this day, look at the low. It was $21.30. Now, listen, I want you to pay attention to something very clearly here. This stock appears to be dropping each day, but it's actually rising. Now, come on over here. Right here, the next day, they came at it at the opening. You see, they came at it with heavy attack at the open, and they ran it down a little bit. Then all day long, it progressed upwards. And then overnight, look at this overnight move, overnight. And by the way, this is until 8 o'clock, and then this is from 4 in the morning until, this is midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and then 2:30 in the morning. Whoa, there she goes. 2:30 in the morning, folks. Now, I want you to see something here. Watch with me. Big run up at the open. Big run up at the open. Nice shoulder building right there. Nice shoulder. Now we move over here. Take a look at the time frame. Again, it's right here at midnight, folks. Midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and at 2:15 again, boom, there she goes. What's going on at 2:15? So we come over here. The next day, they come out of the gate. They run it down, 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 down. It looks like, again, this is all just an illusion, folks, because guess what? This price is now not down in the 21s anymore. The low is freaking $22 right there. There's the low right there, 22 bucks. All right, there's the low, $21.99. Wouldn't you know? I probably took a picture there. I wouldn't doubt it. $21.99. Now we move over here. Here's, again, through midnight. Take a look here, going up to midnight. But here at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning here, boom, she makes her other move. She jumps out. All right, now we're starting to see a run up because people are starting to get a little fear of missing out. So look at this run up, folks, and notice the time, 10:30, 11 o'clock. 10:30 to 11, all right? Now, this is why I want to show you this. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes, okay? Then we've got a very sluggish compared to other mornings, okay, overnight right here. But then, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see something. Look at the next following day here, all right? Look at this line and progression and run up and accumulate and accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. Folks, these are all these institutions that have been buying. And I got news for you. One of the institutions that just purchased is one of the biggest in the world. All right. So now we're moving up here and we're coming up onto the looks like we're on the 9th here, 10th. Look at right here. Comes out of the gate, drops way down, nice little nutsack. Where was the low this day? The low was right here, 23.13. 23.13. Move over to the next day. Okay, here we are now. And look at this attack starting. It started at 7 a.m. This is a planned nutsack right here. 7 a.m., run it down hard, heavy, heavy volume. And then accumulate and accumulate. And you know what the song is that we sing there? It's the nutsack song. Now we run across here. And what do we got last night? This was yesterday, folks. Yesterday, nutsack accumulation. Now, I want to show you something. I want you to see that now, this was right here at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock right here, midnight. Then here we are, 1 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. But instead of the 2:30 rise that we've started being to see, here they're trying to milk it out for just as long as they can. But look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to move this over here. I want you to see, in my opinion, they were trying to stop it from breaking the 45.50 here, so they dumped the share load right there. And then they got it to get down here where they could get them a little satchel. All right, and now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see right here this candlestick, and that was at 7 o'clock this morning. From that time on, all you've seen is a steady rise. Folks, here's what I want us to do today. I believe when this comes out of the gate, they're going to run it up till 9:45 to 10 o'clock again, and then we're going to see a sell, 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 sell. So this, I could be wrong, but my game plan is all those shares of SoFi that I bought yesterday, right before the close, I'm going to sell them at about 10 o'clock this morning. That's my plan, because I honestly feel like they're going to do the same thing that they did over, and they're spiking it, even though you don't see it. They're coming at this thing right at the gate, right out of the gate here lately. But once in a while, folks, when we see no big climb and then the slow attrition down, just like today, then look at that thing. Now, I don't know. My thinking is, again, this morning they could have a plan to run it up, and they could have, and I'm going to back this out so you can see a little bit better. Because, folks, I've seen sort of a pattern here lately of a spike and then a drop, and then a spike and then a drop, and then a spike and then a drop. And then I've seen a spike, and then this one held out. This is a spike and then a drop. This one here is a spike and then a drop. This one here is a spike and then a drop. And then we really saw the momentum change. And here is the nut sack, and there's the double nut. So we got one double nut below the 200 is great, because they wanted to get this thing down. These institutions want to brag and say they bought below the 200-day moving average, folks. But I want you to know, one of the things I told you, my suspicions were that they were going to play this game of now, since they've got to buy in, start working it down, work it down. They've got now 9 more days, so they got to buy in on the 26th, right? Or 10 more days till they got to buy in. So that gives them only about 6 more trading days. Could they run this thing down for 6 days? You bet your ass they could. Because they got to buy on the 26th of August, all of those that are in this massive Morgan Stanley index that we've been now invited into. So, folks, and by the way, this isn't going to be the only index that we're going to be invited into. We're going in the S&P. The S&P is dying for a company like SoFi to come along, they say. The S&P is salivating over this stock right now. So that's my opinion on it anyway. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But let's see what happens here. Let's get in on the one-day chart on it right now and take a look at it. And we're going to move over here now to the one-day, 1-minute chart. And somebody just wrote me, they just realized I sent them the candlesticks, the volume indicator candlesticks. And he said, man, that's interesting. I said, yes, it is. Very interesting, he said. Very interesting. These candlesticks, they tell all, folks. They tell the story. Each one of these candlesticks that I can offer you, and if you become a member of this channel, Goliath member, I'm going to also send you some spreadsheets, folks. And if you'll give me a second here, I'll show you the spreadsheet right now that I'm going to send you if you become a Goliath member. One of them. All right? I'm going to show you one of the spreadsheets if you become a member. I'll send you this right here. And give me a second here. I want to check something here. Just give me 1 second. All right. That's not working. All right. Good. Okay. Let me move back over here now. And in case you didn't know it, ladies and gentlemen, you're also listening to an international music artist. And this is all my music that I sell online every day. These songs are being played right now all over the world. And if you happen to like original music, look at my singing the 3-minute song, folks, is starting to get some momentum here. Holy cow. But, folks, these are the songs that I have all over the world. Now, they're being listening to Australia and Canada and Denmark and Great Britain and Hong Kong. And I don't even know where that is. Italy, Italy, and the Netherlands and Sweden. And I'm all over the place, folks. So come on over and check out my music. You just come over to Spotify or Apple Music, Google Play, whoever you got, and you'll find me. I'm Tyler Self, TYLERSELPH. And come give us stream my songs while you're riding on a road trip or something, folks. I think you'll really enjoy them. And on YouTube, I have a playlist right here that you can get to if you just come over to my channel. And I have over 125 songs on this playlist. And as a matter of fact, I think I'll just put a link up to it right now. So you guys, if you want to click on this link, you can hear my playlist. So I'll share this with you right now as soon as this ad ends and the video starts up. And I think you'll really be surprised by the type of quality that I put out there for my production ability. And these videos are fun. And the market is now open. So let's see what we can get out here. We're going to get over here on SoFi right now. And I'm going to get on the chart right this minute. Move over here to this. Move over here. Here we go. We are on the, now we're going to change this to the 1 day, 1 minute chart. And of course, it's the attack right out the gate. Big sell-off right there. Big sell-off trying to suppress. And that candlestick right there and the opening bell was 422,000. Well, at least that's not 10 million like we've seen. Yeah, we've seen them dump 10 million shares with the opening bell here about 2 days ago. Some entity that wanted to get the price on the cheap. And folks, right now, I'm going to tell you, if SoFi's low ends up being 22.66 or 22.88, the high is going to be around 23.60 to 23.70. And wow, there is no kidding here. Here she goes. She's now at 23.07, 23.08. Oh my goodness, if that's the low of the day, folks, we could see 24 today. I expect to see a swing of over $1. Now, folks, I want to show you guys some stuff here, so let me get over to my photos because I got some stuff to show you today, as always. I got some stuff to show you. Got some things to share with you all. All right. 22.88 is what I'm calling for. Hey, Savannah, right here, 22.88. In Austin, if you're listening, please get a few shares right now at 22.86 with the rest of the clan here. And I want you to put in now 22.77, please. Put a buy at 22.77 and put in a market order now. Just do a market order buy right now, please. At 22.83, just mark it here and then put in 22.77 below it for a limit order. Make sure you put them in day. If you had pre-market before, if you were using pre-market, put in day now. And I want you to buy the number 22.77 and put that in 22.78. And I also want you to put in a market order now for whatever you can get at around 22.84. Okay? Just see what it fills at here. Just a small one. Now she's gone. So, folks, my feeling is we're going to see 23.66 close today. 23.66 close if this here holds as the low. All right? And I'll show you why I believe that using this information that I have right here. And I keep track of highs and lows. So I'm going to show you right here. We're going to put in high, low. SoFi high-low sheet. All right. All right. And yesterday we saw, let's see, I wonder why it doesn't have it up to the 14th. I thought I put this information, and I bet I forgot to save it. Doggone it. Man, I did put this data in, but I thought for sure I saved this. Let me close. Let me see if there's another one. High-low April 9th. Maybe that has it. There it is. All right, folks, I want you to know that lately SoFi's been swinging $1.23 a day, $1.21, $1.41, $1.21, and it's recovered lately $1.13 off the low, 72 cents off the low, and 55 cents off the low. All right? So it's recovering. All you got to do is find the low, folks, and you got to get that low, and then you're going to make some profit on SoFi most likely. And that's why I'm telling you, that information that I just shared with you just then, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully you can use that to decide when you're going to buy in. I'm using Thinkorswim platform, Charles Schwab Thinkorswim. That's right. We had a call out by JC Cruz Life HCTI, and TNXP is going to do the drug approval today from the FDA, perhaps. Big moves on TNXP this morning, went as low as $14. Somebody got it down to $14 somehow this morning at 6:07 in the morning. TNXP. And I got my eyes on it right now, and got my eyeballs on TNXP. And right now, let's look at it at the open. And nobody's going to lose any money on this stock with me. $48 down 19. It says TNXP is preparing for a pivotal FDA decision on its fibromyalgia treatment with FDA goal date of August 15th. The company has $125 million in cash, allowing operations to continue into 2026, despite a 21% revenue decline over the past year. Down now 20% on TNXP. TNXP is right now down. They just triggered 20% stop losses. Folks, it's going to probably go down 22% since they just triggered the 20% stop losses. So it's probably going to drop about 22% since they just triggered the 20% stop losses. I'm just saying, I could be wrong, but let's just see. It's down 21.11 now. And I'm guessing around 22 because the triggered stop losses are making it continue to fall. And it's almost down 22% now, just like I thought. And there it is. That was it. There it is, 22%. See? That's caused by 20% stop losses getting triggered by everyone, and then there it goes. So there's your buy. If you just got in 22% down, congratulations. Congratulations. That's a good buy right there. Because you're buying when the 20% stop losses triggered that, see, and made it fall 22. And I called that. All right, and folks, it's not just luck, all right? It's not luck. It's trading for a long time. It's 25 years worth of watching how the market works. And I just called that out perfectly. For anybody that wanted to put in their buy order right there when it was down 22%, I think you probably will end up in very good standing. We'll just see. But that's my suggestion anyway. I could be wrong, all right? Now, let's move away from that. Get up back over here and also look at BTAI just for the hell of it. And awesome. Oh, man, I'm so glad I sold all that yesterday. And I told you, Wendy, get out. I said, Wendy, get out now. I'm sorry that we're losing money on it, but we have to get out. We have to get out. And I hope you did, Wendy. Now we're just going to find a good runner, and we'll put it over in that, and we're going to make good money, all right? We'll find a good runner. Don't worry. We're out of that one. That one's history. Let's get over here and make some money on another stock. That's all we got to do. Just make money on another one. And we will, because we're working with a lot of other catfish in here that help us a lot. Well, I told you, Austin, to buy 22.88 there. Congratulations, my friend. I hope you did. I hope you did. And I hope some of you just bought. Did they take it down to 22.77 then? 22.80. Man, I hope you guys get some of this right here because this is going to go $1.20 swing again today, folks, most likely. $1.20 swing is what we can expect, most likely, since that's been the pattern they're in lately. All right? And if folks, I'm letting you know all this information. Now, I want also get up here, paste, enter. And I was going to put my playlist for you guys. So we're going to share my playlist now. Copy. And then we're going to come over here. And we're going to go to my video. And we're going to paste in. And look at her go, folks. She's on her way. And I want to put a poll in. Did you just buy with my stepson at 22.88? Start a poll.